Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Ruben, and I wanted to just put out a quick video to share some quick thoughts about the passing of Ravi Zacharias. If you're not familiar with Ravi Zacharias, incredibly brilliant evangelist and apologist, and he started his own ministry, Ravi Zacharias International Ministries, and he just touched so many people. Matter of fact, when I first started coming into my faith and just being hungry for not just Christ, but also just hungry for knowledge, because I wasn't never one that could just accept or believe that there's such a thing as blind faith. I mean, the realness and the truth of Jesus Christ is very powerful, and so it's just hunger for looking for more information, and any authority figure with similar passion and strong words about Christianity is something that I started doing almost immediately. It didn't take long to find Ravi Zacharias, and incredible philosopher, and just has a very powerful way of professing the truth about Christianity. And he uses evangelism and apologetics and philosophy, just incredible intellectual thinker. And it's sad that he has passed, but it's also joyful because he has been called home. And for any of you who have ever heard the statement that when we are called home, the heavens will announce, "Well done, good and faithful servant," I definitely could say that was probably something to be said about Ravi. I also wanted to share a little short clip of one of the last in-person interviews that he did before he got sick, and also a link to that extended interview. But this is just a quick thought to get it out there so that I could express a brief mention about how I was impacted by him, and it turned me on to apologetics. And I thought I would share.
Of evil, problem of suffering. A secular philosopher describes it this way. So the Christians believe God is all powerful.
Yes.
The Christians believe God is all loving. The Christians know there is suffering. This is a trilemma because it is incongruous. How can an all-powerful and an all-loving God sit back and watch such evil and suffering going on? So he calls it a trilemma. I respond very quickly by saying, why is it a trilemma? Because it's also true that God is all-wise. We don't end our theology with God is all-powerful, all-loving, and evil exists. We also believe God is all-wise. And we further believe that God is eternal. You bring just those two elements into the equation, and it changes the paradigm. We know God is all-knowing. And then you take the issue of time. What happens over a period of time? Let me give you a quick example of this. When I was growing up in India, I was a constant failure, repeated failure, because I never applied myself. And then all of a sudden I passed in very high honors and the ability to join the Indian Air Force. Out of 300, they were going to select 10. I came in at number 3. So I sit down in front of this Churchillian-looking wing commander, and he stares at me across the table, and he's asking me a few questions. And then he leans over, and in Hindi he says, "Beta." Beta means son. He said, "Beta, you're a good man, you're a nice man, but I'm going to reject you." Just like that. And I visibly felt my body start to tremble. He said, "This job is about killing, and psychologically you are not equipped to kill." It was a few months after that the opportunity came to migrate to Canada. If I'd been accepted into the Indian Air Force, I was committing for about 20 years. I would never have come here. Never would have had the time to sense the call for God into ministry. Never have seen the life that God has now given to me to be a persuader and help people understand the beauty of the gospel message. That door was slammed. It took years to find out why that door was slammed.
Okay, so that's just a short snippet of that interview with Ravi. Have the full interview posted, and for those of you that are looking at this on a computer, then In the description details, I have a couple other links of some good Ravi Zacharias messages. So that's all I wanted to get out, this message. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. God bless y'all.